Hi, I would like to be presenting on a device that sadly affects 19% of the world's population. It's something that you ignore on a daily basis, something that our elders ignore on a daily basis, sadly. But today I'm here to present you the device that will change your life and mostly protect it at all costs. We have our hallux valgus device for detecting the angle of hallux valgus and analyzing the patient's treatment process based on image processing. I will for sure get to that on what is hallux valgus and how we created this device. So hallux valgus is a type of deformity in the big toe. It is also called a bunion. Let me show you what is the difference between a hallux valgus foot or a normal foot. This is what's called normal, right? So you have your normal regular foot and the bones are straight, everything is perfect. But then you have such a thing. It's the bone that slightly comes out. It's the metatarsal bone that turns outwards and the big toe turns inwards towards the other toes. So it kind of creates this unaligned MTP joint or what we call the hallux valgus, right? It occurs when the first metatarsal bone of the foot turns outwards, resulting in a joint protrusion. As shown in the image on the left, the difference between a healthy foot, like I said, and a foot with hallux valgus is the MTP joint alignment. An angle anywhere between 15 to 18 degrees is considered healthy, and anything more than that is considered a foot with hallux valgus. So the diagnosis is based on two factors mainly. First, the appearance of the foot. Usually, if the angle is too huge, the HVA angle or the hallux valgus angle, if it's too huge, then the doctor can just see it and diagnose it as a hallux valgus. And if it is not, he will use an X-ray to identify that angle. Anywhere between, like I said, 15 to 18 would be considered normal, and anything higher than that is considered abnormal. So what we did was actually create or invent a device that solves this problem. X-rays usually have radiations that are very unhealthy for the body. So what we did is to invent a product that identifies this hallux valgus using image processing, which then cancels out the whole X-ray or radiation thing. The innovative solutions for this would be utilizing image processing to determine the angle of the hallux valgus, assisting the doctor in making quicker decisions. Usually, when the doctor prescribes an X-ray, it usually takes a day, in some countries more than a week. So, the more time that they spend, the more waste of energy there is. Cost effective and reduces extra or potential costs for the patient. As we all know, X-rays are very expensive, so this would reduce that. Monitoring the treatment process and examining the hallux valgus specifics in an individual. So using this device, the treatment process is definitely monitored using the data that is saved on a backup memory, and storing data which includes the exercises performed and the patient's recovery progress, allowing the doctor to modify or adjust our treatment techniques. Providing a report of a patient's medical history to the treating physician. So we said that it will first diagnose, we said it could monitor the treatment plan, and of course help the doctor in changing the treatment plans based on his point of view. This is where you could see different angles of this device. The top view, the view with 45 degrees, the front view, and the view from the bottom of the device. This was the camera that is actually placed on there. And let's go to the advantages. The detecting toe deviation angle using image processing, scheduling for treatment and improvement, measuring patient activity and reviewing performed therapeutic exercises, display screen showing the hallux valgus type and angle, monitoring the deformity progression to adjust the individual's treatment plan, and an exclusive application for each individual to store their measured data. So let's go to the prevalence by continent first of all. We have Oceania at our top of our list that exceeds the healthy limits and is actually the highest among other continents. Then we got Asia, we have Europe, and then we have North America, and lastly Africa. These are the continents that are mostly affected in these with this deformity. The prevalence by age, we have people above 60 that have 50%. We have people that younger than 20, 23.9%, and at last people from 20 to age of 60, they got 26.1%. Excuse me. The prevalence by gender, of course, women are mostly affected with this more than men. The hallux valgus has occurred because of genetics, food-related diseases, and also the different type of shoes or like narrow shoes that people wear. And that is exactly why women are more affected than men. We hope that this invention can help the people that are in need, can help the people that are affected by this disease or deformity, and we hope to change the world. And for a better future, for better inventions, we hope to see you soon again.